Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the latest developments surrounding Cody Bell and his future in Port Charles. With romance, career moves, and unexpected legal troubles all coming into play, there's a lot to discuss about what's next for Josh Kelly's character on General Hospital. Will Cody finally step away from Sasha's drama and focus on his own life? Could an unexpected romance with Molly Lansing Davis be exactly what he needs to turn things around? And more importantly, with Josh Kelly landing a primetime role on NCIS Origins, is his time on GH in jeopardy? Let's break it all down. Cody Bell's future in Port Charles, big surprises on the horizon? There's no doubt that Cody Bell has been at the center of some intense drama lately, but is a fresh start on the way for him? According to General Hospital spoilers, Cody has some major surprises ahead, and it seems like they might bring him a much-needed shift in focus. He's spent far too much time meddling in Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby daddy drama, but that storyline may finally take a back seat as he starts looking out for himself. Could this be Cody's chance to rebuild his life, find love, and create a new path forward? One of the biggest questions fans are asking is whether Cody and Molly Lansing Davis could be the next sizzling couple in Port Charles. After everything Molly has been through with her recent breakup from TJ Ashford, she could be looking for a fresh start, and Cody might just be the person to give it to her. Will this new romance be the beginning of something great? Or will Cody find a way to mess it up before it even begins? Could Molly Lansing Davis and Cody Bell become a power couple? Molly Lansing Davis has had her fair share of heartbreak. After the emotional fallout from her split with TJ Ashford, she's trying to regain control of her life and find stability in both her career and personal relationships. Enter Cody Bell. When Cody landed behind bars and began interacting with Molly in her role as ADA, no one could have predicted that there might be a romantic spark between them. But could this unexpected connection lead to something more? There's no denying that Cody could bring a new kind of excitement to Molly's life. He's bold, unpredictable, and thrives on risk-taking, a stark contrast to the steadiness she once had with TJ. But will this relationship be a temporary fling, or could it turn into something deeper? Will Molly let her guard down long enough to embrace this potential romance? Can Cody prove that he's serious about turning his life around? Or will their differences make this a recipe for disaster? Whatever happens, Cody's personal life is about to take a dramatic turn. Will Cody find financial success, and at what cost? Aside from his complicated love life, another big storyline for Cody seems to be his pursuit of financial stability. After years of making questionable choices and struggling to find his footing in Port Charles, Cody might finally be on the verge of securing a lucrative opportunity. But how will he do it? We know that Selena Wu has extended an offer to Cody in the past. Could he reconsider working for her now that he needs more cash? Or will he find an alternative route to financial success that keeps him out of dangerous waters? If there's one thing we know about Cody, it's that he doesn't always make the smartest choices. So, will his hunger for money lead him down a dangerous path once again? And what about Molly? If things do heat up between them, will she be able to keep him on the right track, or will Cody's risky lifestyle threaten her reputation and career? There are a lot of moving pieces in Cody's future, but one thing is certain: things won't be quiet for him anytime soon. Josh Kelly's new primetime role. Is Cody Bell leaving GH? Of course, with all this potential for growth and romance in Port Charles, there's a major question looming over fans: is Josh Kelly leaving General Hospital now that he's booked a primetime role? Kelly recently guest starred in the February 10th episode of NCIS Origins, playing a key character in the episode titled Monsoon. His character was instrumental in investigating the tragic death of a struggling veteran, showcasing his talent and ability to seamlessly transition into primetime television. Naturally, fans began to speculate, could this be the beginning of the end for Cody Bell? However, there's good news for those worried about Kelly's future on GH. Reports confirm that his appearance on NCIS Origins was a one-time gig, a short-term role that allowed him to explore new opportunities without stepping away from General Hospital. For now, Cody's storyline remains intact, and there's no immediate plan for Kelly to leave the soap. Of course, things can always change in the future, especially if Kelly continues to land bigger primetime roles. But for the time being, it looks like Cody isn't going anywhere. What's next for Cody Bell? So, where does that leave us? What should fans expect next from Cody? A potential romance with Molly Lansing Davis that could either be a beautiful new beginning or a recipe for disaster. A chance for Cody to build his wealth, but will he do it the right way, or will he fall back into risky business dealings? A possible shift away from Sasha's personal life, allowing Cody to finally focus on himself. With so many twists and turns ahead, Cody's journey is about to get even more interesting. The real question is, will he rise to the occasion, or will his past mistakes come back to haunt him? Final thoughts: Cody Bell's story is far from over. For fans who were worried about Cody's future on GH, there's no need to panic. Josh Kelly is sticking around, at least for now. But with a potential new romance, financial decisions that could change his future, and the ever-present drama of Port Charles surrounding him, Cody's story is far from over. Will he finally make the right choices and find love and success in the process? Or will he continue to walk the fine line between trouble and redemption? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: you won't want to miss what happens next. We dive into one of the most unexpected alliances in General Hospital history, a team-up so shocking that just a few years ago, no one would have believed it possible. Carly Corinthos and Nina Reeves, two women who have been at each other's throats for years, are about to join forces for a common goal. Their mission? To stop Willow from moving in with Drew. Yes, you heard that right. These two feuding grandmothers are setting aside their long-standing grudges in an attempt to sabotage Drew's big plans. But can these former enemies really work together, or will their scheme backfire in spectacular fashion? Let's take a closer look at how this jaw-dropping alliance came to be, what it means for Willow, and whether this could be the beginning of a shocking new friendship. Enemies turned co-conspirators. Could Carly and Nina actually become friends? Nothing in Port Charles is ever black and white, and relationships tend to evolve in the most unexpected ways. While Carly and Nina have spent years feuding, sometimes the strongest bonds are formed between former enemies. Let's not forget, Carly has a history of befriending women she once despised. Sam McCall was once Carly's bitter rival over Jason Morgan, but now they've forged an understanding. Elizabeth Weber and Carly had no shortage of heated conflicts, yet over time, they've developed a mutual respect. And then there's Nina herself, who somehow managed to go from Ava Jerome's worst enemy to her closest confidant. Let's not forget, Nina once literally stole Ava's baby from her womb. If that unforgivable betrayal could be forgiven, is it really impossible for Carly and Nina to move past their differences? The truth about Nina's past, will it ruin everything? Of course, even if Carly and Nina manage to pull off their plan, there's one major wildcard that could bring everything crashing down: Nina's past relationship with Drew. We all know how Port Charles operates. Secrets never stay buried forever. If Nina's connection with Drew comes to light at the wrong moment, it could have devastating consequences, not just for her fragile truce with Carly, but also for her already shaky relationship with Willow. And let's be honest, Willow already has plenty of reasons not to trust Nina. If she gets even the slightest inkling that her mother has been meddling in her personal life once again, it could push her further away than ever before. So while Carly and Nina might be working together now, the very foundation of their temporary alliance is built on unstable ground. An unexpected apology: Nina finally admits she was wrong before the two women could even begin plotting their next move. Nina had to clear the air. In an absolutely shocking moment, Nina actually apologized to Carly for keeping Sonny's survival a secret and for stealing him away from his family. Now, we all know Carly Corinthos, she's not one to forgive and forget. But even she had to admit that hearing Nina finally take responsibility for her actions was something she never thought she'd see. For Nina, it was a necessary step. If she was going to ask Carly to work with her, she needed to prove that she wasn't just manipulating the situation for her own gain. For Carly, the apology was a small but significant step forward. She might not trust Nina completely, but at least now, they can focus on the real task at hand. The plan, how Carly and Nina hope to stop Willow from moving in with Drew now that they've set aside their mutual hatred, at least temporarily. It's time for Carly and Nina to get to work. Their objective? To stop Willow from moving into Drew's new house. But how exactly do they plan to pull this off? That's where Maxie Jones comes into play. Since Maxie is helping Drew decorate his new home, she's become the perfect pawn in their scheme. From what we've gathered, their plan involves sneaking into Drew's house, possibly to stage something ridiculous, like pretending it's haunted. Yes, it's giving Major Lucy and Ethel energy. At first glance, this might seem completely absurd, but if there's one thing we've learned about Carly and Nina, it's that they are capable of just about anything. Willow's inevitable fury, could this plan backfire? Of course, if Willow catches them in the act, it won't just be an embarrassing failure, it could completely backfire. Instead of driving her away from Drew, their meddling could push her even closer to him. After all, no one likes feeling controlled, especially not Willow. If Carly and Nina aren't careful, their little scheme could end up strengthening Willow's resolve to move in with Drew, further damaging Nina's already fractured relationship with her daughter, reigniting Carly and Nina's feud, undoing any progress they've made at this point. It's clear that this is a high-risk mission, but Carly and Nina are too invested to turn back now. Could this be the start of a real friendship? Despite everything, could this partnership actually lead to an unexpected friendship? Sure, Carly and Nina have been sworn enemies for years, but as we've seen time and time again, General Hospital loves throwing former rivals together in unexpected ways. It's happened before. Sonny and Jason once hated each other, but they eventually became as close as brothers. Alexis and Diane were once bitter rivals, but now they're practically inseparable. Anna and Liesl were mortal enemies, yet now they share a surprising camaraderie. Could Carly and Nina be next on the list? Could this ridiculous scheme be the first step towards something bigger? Final thoughts, what happens next? As the pieces fall into place, Carly and Nina's uneasy alliance is about to be put to the test. Will their plan succeed, or will it blow up in their faces? Will Willow forgive Nina if she finds out what's going on? Could Carly and Nina somehow move past their differences, or will their relationship crash and burn like always? With so many twists and turns ahead, this is one storyline you won't want to miss. Next, we are diving into a topic that always sparks heated debates among General Hospital fans: the recasting of beloved characters. One of the most difficult adjustments for any soap opera viewer is seeing a familiar character portrayed by a new actor. Over the years, General Hospital has had its fair share of recasts, with some actors making the roles their own and others struggling to win over audiences. The most recent example? Chris McKenna stepping into the role of Jack Brennan. Fans had grown attached to Charles Measure's portrayal of the character, and as with any transition, there's bound to be resistance. But if history has taught us anything, it's that change can sometimes lead to something even better. Can Chris McKenna make Brennan his own? Whenever an actor departs from a long-running soap opera, it's always a challenge for fans to accept a new face in the role. Charles Measure left an undeniable mark on General Hospital with his charismatic and layered portrayal of Jack Brennan. His interactions with Carly Corinthos added a special dynamic that viewers came to love. But now, with Chris McKenna stepping into Brennan's shoes, fans are left wondering, will he live up to the standard set by his predecessor? Soap operas thrive on longevity and continuity, meaning recasts are inevitable. While some replacements struggle to make an impression, others end up redefining the role entirely. The question is, which category will McKenna fall into? His initial scenes have already generated buzz, and while many fans are still skeptical, history has proven that patience is key. If given time, McKenna might just bring a new dimension to the character that fans never expected. The Many Faces of Lulu Spencer, a legacy of change. If anyone understands the pressure of stepping into an established role, it's Lulu Spencer. Since the character first debuted in 1994, she has been portrayed by multiple actresses, each bringing a unique energy to the role. Julie Berman took on the role as a more mature Leslie Lou Spencer and was widely adored by fans. She was the face of Lulu's romance with Dante, making her a crucial part of GH's history. But after 8 years, Berman left, and Emmy Ryland took over. Her tenure lasted until Lulu fell into a coma, leaving fans devastated. Now, Lulu has finally awakened, and Alexa Havens is the latest actress to carry on the Spencer legacy. While her portrayal is still fresh, GH fans know that change, though difficult, is often necessary for the evolution of a character. Trina Robinson's journey, from side character to leading lady. The evolution of Trina Robinson is another perfect example of how recasts can sometimes transform a character from a minor presence into a central figure. Did you know that the very first Trina was played by an actress who only appeared in 3 episodes? Her impact was minimal, but when Tiana stepped in, Trina became a fiery, rebellious troublemaker who made waves by hiding condoms in Jocelyn Jack's backpack. Then came Sydney Michaela, who took Trina in a completely new direction. She became Jocelyn's best friend in one half of one of GH's most talked about young romances when she fell for Spencer Cassadine. But when Michaela decided to leave the soap to focus on college, Tabyana Ali had the difficult task of stepping in right in the middle of a major Trina storyline. And yet, she handled the transition seamlessly. In fact, many fans now see Tabyana as the definitive Trina, proving that with time, audiences can fully embrace a new actor. Carly Corinthos, the queen of GH recasts. If there's one character who embodies the success of recasting, it's Carly Corinthos. Fans today can't imagine anyone but Laura Wright in the role, but she is actually the 4th actress to play Carly. Sarah Joy Brown originated the character and won 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for her 5-year tenure. Tamara Braun then stepped in, proving she could hold her own and winning over fans despite their initial skepticism. Jennifer Bransford was cast next, but her portrayal didn't connect with viewers, and she was quickly written out. Then came Laura Wright, who redefined Carly, making the role entirely her own. This is the perfect example of how a recast can elevate a character, turning them into a fan favorite in ways that even the original actor may not have. Adjusting to change, the soap opera cycle. Recasts are an inevitable part of soap operas, but that doesn't mean they're always welcomed with open arms. For many viewers, seeing a new actor step into the shoes of a beloved character can be jarring. The mannerisms change, the voice is different, and sometimes, the chemistry with other characters shifts dramatically. But in the world of soaps, characters aren't just defined by the actors who play them. They are shaped by the writers, the storylines, and the connections they build over time. Some recasts become the new normal, seamlessly blending into the storyline. Others struggle to win over the audience, leading to yet another actor taking their place. And in rare cases, the original actor returns, creating yet another adjustment period for viewers. But one thing is clear, change is constant, and in Port Charles, anything is possible. Final thoughts: will GH fans accept McKenna as Brennan? So, back to the big question at hand, will Chris McKenna succeed as Jack Brennan? It won't be easy. Charles Measure left big shoes to fill, and fans have already voiced their concerns about the change. But if there's one thing we've learned from GH's long history of recasts, it's that given time, a new actor can redefine a role in ways that surprise everyone. It happened with Carly. It happened with Trina. It happened with Lulu. And now, it might just happen with Jack Brennan. The question is, will fans give Chris McKenna a chance to prove himself? Only time will tell. What do you think? Do you believe Chris McKenna will win over GH fans as the new Brennan? Which past GH recast was the hardest for you to accept? Are there any characters you think should be recast next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for more General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates.